Dear love, dear love, dear love.
What's good? It's J Infinity back with another Mxing review. Today we have Denden, Guanlaø. I'm not sure how to say it. I'm struggling every day on this. You're not alone. Alright, so with the song Vice's Density, let's go ahead and get into a quick mix and mastering review. So my main focus will be the mixing and mastering of the song. I may give a little feedback about the overall song, but the overall song is not my main focus. I may be stopping it throughout to let you know what I'm thinking in the moment so that I don't get to the end and forget everything. I also always start off with a 10-second skip or not test. I give you a fresh reaction. I've never heard the song, haven't hit play yet, so I give you a fresh reaction that first 10 seconds. If the mix is off-putting to a point where I would just hit skip, or even just the regular listener would most likely hit skip because it doesn't have that polish, finish, or vibe to it as far as the mix, or would they keep listening and become a new listener potentially? So let's go ahead and jump into it, see what you got. Alright, so far the first 10 seconds, not enough information yet. I will chime back in to let you know as it builds up. I would pass it. There's a lot of things going on that I like. I do feel like there are a few things that I could suggest, but let me get a good listen before I share. Let me build up on what I'm thinking. But yeah, I do like what I'm hearing. It was taking me a little bit to kind of piece up what I was thinking in my mind, because so much good is there. It's mixed pretty well. The thing that I feel is missing is like warmth. So like that kind of upper low range, lower mid range. I don't know, you might not have been going for like a bass heavy song, but I feel like the bass could be brought in just a little more. In a second I'm gonna listen on my VSX to kind of get that speaker feeling that emulates like different studios, venues pretty well, but that warmth that kind of glues it all together is what I feel is kind of missing. That's not the bassy part, but it's just that kind of range. But yeah, that's pretty much what I feel would be my suggestion of what's missing is just the bass. So like listening through the different speaker emulations, like club, bass heavy hip hop studios, neutral types of studios within the VSX, you have different options. And then just even in these headphones these are like my go-tos for like detail and all that. But the bass feels nearly non-existent. I'm not sure if there is like a bass stem in there, if there is an added bass in there at all. Like I can hear the kick drum bass, but the song just feels so high frequency heavy. And those high frequencies are blended well, nicely. But the bass is, I can't tell if there's a bass. So what I would do to fix that is if there is a bass stem, raise it up. What you have there, switch back over. Yeah, I can feel like I hear a synth in the background, a bass synth, but lifting that up, then once you get it up, kind of adding just a dab of a saturation texture, not to like make it super distorted, but to just give it some grit, that really just catches the ear. Um, and not only that, but you could also possibly do that on your master, just adding that slight grit of saturation that is really gonna glue it all together and have that bass just sounding just right. And really, I do kind of feel like across the board that warmth would help. Even with the vocals, a little more warmth in it. And then with the instruments, just a slight amount more warmth. The bass would take care of the instruments a lot. It's just overall having that extra dimension into it. Alright, so overall, I would rate this mix a 7. The main thing being that bass and the warmth element of it. Uh, so I've already kind of explained that throughout. And then why I wouldn't quite give it a higher thing is like once that bass is added, that would likely change the, like you wouldn't be able to just, it's not something that's so small where you just change the bass and then put it into the same master settings exactly. Like once you, if you were to add that bass, you would then have to basically have it remastered because it's a whole new element added to it. But yeah, definitely enjoyed the song. Definitely feel like it is a good mix for sure. But just I'm somebody that likes a lot of thumping bass, but that's not even the case with this. Like I listen to like some Animal Collective, some alternative type stuff, but I just really do feel like bass would help take this one to another level. And it's not even a booming bass, just a bass that is like present that you can feel, to fill in that void within the frequency spectrum of the song, and it'll kind of help it all glue together. One issue that I could foresee coming through with adding the bass is that you could possibly have to raise up some elements, like maybe the vocals just barely. I wouldn't say any more than 2 dB if I'm just estimating, but just barely, so that everything does stay clear. But yeah, I enjoyed that for sure. Thanks for sending in your song. Keep doing your thing. Peace out.